What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of True Sports with MK. I'm your host, yours truly, MK, and we are back with another episode. If you guys have been watching the NCAA tournament, then you shall know that we have got our Final Four teams playing in the women's Final Four basketball tournament on Friday night. So we have South Carolina, Iowa, as well as LSU and Virginia Tech all playing on Friday for the Final Four. Now, starting off, we have the South Carolina. Now, I feel like South Carolina is that team that's just go beast and dominate any player, any person they playing against, any team that comes in front of them. They coming out hardcore, ready to play and ready to take it over. And they have their leading star and candidate for Player of the Year, Aaliyah Boston. She's dominating the courts every time she touched the floor. Now, when they played the other night against Maryland, I looked at that game as Maryland, y'all got to try to make it up, because during the regular season, South Carolina did beat Maryland during that game in the regular season. So now that they're in Elite Eight, I felt like Maryland really had a rematch that they had to win. But unfortunately, South Carolina did win that game, making it their third consecutive Final Four appearance. They are also 36-0 for the whole season. So they are undefeated, still undefeated, because no team has beaten them since the regular season and while they've been in the tournament right now. So I feel like South Carolina, they got the upper hand against any team that they play. But they are playing Iowa, who has an elite, dominant player on their team, Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark has been playing phenomenal basketball, making record history on the women's and men's side. When she played against Louisville in the Elite Eight, she dominated that game, probably playing the best game in the tournament history with the play that she played out there. She had 41 points, 12 assists, as well as 10 rebounds. She shot 11 from 19 from the field, as well as 8 of 14 from the three. Is she Steph Curry or what? She also got to the line a lot, being 11 from 13, only missing 2 free throws during that game. The only bad thing about that game is she had about like 9 turnovers. But hey, with a triple-double score like that and playing phenomenal like that, who cares about the turnovers at that point, Averaging 27.3 points, number 3rd ranking, as well as she had over 7.3 rebounds, almost 9 assists, and she was averaging a 47, close to 48 field goal percentage. So she has been playing phenomenal, almost averaging a triple-double, like my guy, Mr. Triple-Double. She's a dominant player, and I feel like she's really going to give South Carolina a run for their money, because if you try to double team her or do anything of that nature, she still has someone out on the three that she could pass it to who's going to knock that thing down. She has elite scorers on Iowa team. Like, it's not just people that's just going to stand there and may act like they go shoot it and take it in. No, they go shoot that boy and drain it from the three every time. Like the game that they played against the other night, they were dominant. Every time they tried to double team Caitlin when she got into the paint, no way. She dished it right out. They knocking it from 3. They made like 3 threes in the first 2 or 3 minutes of that quarter. So I feel like Iowa is a great contender, and it's going to be a good game. Like, I feel like if anyone could possibly beat South Carolina, it would probably be them. But my money is on South Carolina just because they're a dominant team, and I feel like they the champs. Like, they the reigning champs. Because I actually want them to play LSU, who is a team that we're going to talk about in a minute. But let me get back to talking about Caitlin Clark, because she, like I stated, is making big history right now. Clark became the only player in women's NCAA's tournament to have a 30-point triple-double, and the first in men's and women's tournament history to have a 40-point triple-double. Come on now. Come on, you ain't never seen that happen before. She's the only player in Division I history on the men's and women's side to have multiple, ladies and gents, 35-point triple doubles. Can you give her a round of applause for that? I done dropped my notebook how great that accomplishment is. Like, you don't see female athletes beating men's record as well. Like that's just incredible. And I feel like a lot of people needs to talk about that and give her credit, because that's a lot of scoring to do. Like you rarely see female athletes get triple doubles like that. And especially in college, like come on now, maybe in the WNBA, but in college they doing that. That's why I like this new generation. Like when I was in college, it wasn't this intense. Like you didn't have players playing this intense, female players playing this intense. But now you have them coming out playing aggressive. They being caught saying that they playing too aggressive. They too ghetto. They being called artists because they playing hard ball just like the men would do. You know? So I feel like everyone's not used to this. And they saying that, oh, that is ghetto and is this and that because they never seen that. But this is the new version. This is what we all new women athletes can do. You know, this is that. What Caitlin Clark is doing, this is what we've been talking about and trying to show the world. This is what we could do. You know? And crazy thing about it is 2-3 years ago, women college sports was not getting this much notice. If you Google right now, the tickets are so expensive to go see this game on Friday for the Big Four tournament. The Final Four tournament. It is so expensive. Tickets are starting off at about $300. When have that ever been a thing? For people to pay that much money to see women athletes play. That's because they're playing hardcore and they putting on the show to make people want to watch it. They playing aggressive. They going at it. They getting hard fouls. They going after the ball. They doing all of that. Breaking records. Miss Clark. And with that game that Iowa won, this is their first time advancing to the Final Four since 1993. You know they're excited and ready to go out there and put their all on the court. So you guys comment down below who you got between South Carolina and Iowa. You know, I already told y'all my opinion. I got South Carolina, but you never could count out Iowa's because Caitlin Clark and that whole team over there is lethal. Lethal from the three and just lethal all around that court when they got the ball. And in there, swishing it too. So now we gonna talk about the team that I'm kind of excited for. LSU Tigers, baby. Now they beat Miami Sunday night. They advanced to the Final Four, and this is their first time being back there since 2008. Now with the Tigers winning and advancing, of course they had to celebrate like no other. Like one thing I like about LSU is that their confidence, and they put it all out there and they don't have no filter. I love it. I love the no filter. Like Angel Reese, she's out here dominating, playing great basketball. She got a double-double in that game that they won against Miami to advance to the Final Four. So I just feel like with her dominance, and then you add Fleur J, the freshman, coming in, making her first appearance in the Final Four as a freshman. Like, come on. They're in there. She's a great player, plays great defense, and can score in clutch time. As you guys can see throughout her whole season, she's playing great basketball, I shall say, as well as the whole team over there. And one thing I like about Angel Reese is her celebration dances. Like whenever she gets something, she finger licking, she doing the TikToks. Like I love the energy, and it's just there. That's them, and that's her. You know, you can't take the person out of basketball, and I hate those comments that we're saying throughout this season about South Carolina, about all the SEC conference teams, just because how aggressive and how they play with so much passion on the court. You know, I didn't really feel those comments. You know, they were unnecessary, but it's something new. They never seen this before, you know, and sometimes we gotta put it out there for y'all to understand this is what it is, you know. As well as you got Angel Reese. She's averaging about 23.2 points, 5th ranking, as well as having 15.7 rebounds, ladies and gents. She's a sophomore, averaging almost 16 rebounds a game as a sophomore. as well as she's shooting 52, almost 53% from the field goal. Come on, these ladies they came to play. They came to play and they not taking no for an answer, ladies and gents. So this is my outcome that I feel that will happen with these games. First game we got LSU Tigers and Virginia Tech playing at 7:00. That game I'm rooting for LSU. You know, I love the energy that they bring every time they play. They're number 2 ranking right behind South Carolina. And I just feel like they only lost like 2 games in a regular season. They are just dominant team. And I feel like their unity and how well they play together will help them in that game. Now, when you go to South Carolina and Iowa, I already told you I have South Carolina. Just because they have experience. Like, this is their 3rd time being in the Final Four. They won last year. It's just like, it's meant for them to be able to go that far and make it and win it again, possibly. You never know what can happen. Because if you look at the men's conference, the men's tournament, there's no number 1 or number 2 ranking players in the Final Four. And that has never happened in the NCAA tournament, where there's no number 1 or number 2 ranking team in that Final Four. So anything can happen when it comes down to playing these games and getting to the nitty gritty. Because once you get in that game, it's either win or you go home. And if you go home, it ain't nothing you can say after that. Everything you put on that court, that's what it's gonna be, and that's what your outcome gonna be. Even though South Carolina is the reigning champs, they're undefeated, they're playing dominant basketball. Anything can happen in that game where it all slips from their fingers and Iowa may take that game. You know, I'm hoping South Carolina can do it so I can see that matchup between them and LSU. But if LSU and Iowa play together, because I feel like LSU go win. That's why I'm keep saying that, because I have so much confidence in them and I can't wait to watch that game. But I feel like if LSU and Iowa are the final 2, that may be a intense game, because I would love to see those matchups and how they guard Caitlin Clark. Like, that's one thing I want to see with both matchups between South Carolina and whoever else Iowa play with these in this game. And if they make it on to the final 2, how are they gonna guard her? You know, like I said before earlier, you double team her, she's gonna dish it out. Someone's gonna knock the 3 down. It's so hard to figure that out, because if you have shooters around the court, your player kind of got to stay on that shooter, and you go have to just handle that. You know, you got to hold it down. POP, please. You know, so it's a sticky situation over here with the women's NCAA tournament. I'm excited to see it on Friday. I can't wait to watch it. You guys comment down below if you guys want me to live stream me watching that game and giving my overall reactions to it live. You guys comment that down below and let me know, because y'all know if y'all want to, guess what, MK gonna do it for y'all, because I'm here to please y'all and give y'all a good show and good podcast to listen to if you on the road, if you at home, if you're in the shower, even if you're taking a dump. I'm here to talk to you and give you the good sports information, you dig? Now, before I do end this episode, I did have to just take a little minute, slide over to my boy Russell Westbrook. Now, I've been rocking with him. You guys know we like this, bruh. That's like my brother from another mother. You feel me? And I feel like a proud freaking mom right now, how well he been playing with the LA Clippers. Now, everyone had all this junk to say a year ago and throughout this year. I don't hear nothing no more. I don't hear nothing. All I hear is, oh, Russ did good this game. Oh, where was all of this when he was with LA? You know, he was the problem over there. I'm not gonna knock the Lakers for making this decision, because I said that my boy Russ had to get from out of there, because if he didn't, his career was gonna go downhill. And look at him now. He played tonight against the Memphis Grizzlies, and it was freaking phenomenal. He played like OKC Russell Westbrook. And I was just like, there he go. There go that man. Mr. Triple-Double is back. Is back. He had 35 points. Season high. He played great basketball. And it was no Kawhi, no Paul George, just Russell Westbrook and everyone else. He carried that team. And I don't never like to toot Russell Westbrook horn. But man, that boy is bad. And if he keep playing like this, yo, they gonna have a chance. You know, you get Paul George back, hopefully. Kawhi, get healthy, man. I don't know why you keep being injured and always got to sit out, but they go be a contender, boy. They go be a contender. So I just had to talk about my boy Russ right quick because I'm just so proud of everything that he is doing with the LA Clippers and just playing ball. And y'all know that clip everybody kept talking about when they was in the locker room and he said just have fun. That's what Russell Westbrook is doing. Having fun and rocking the babies. Having fun and rocking the baby. The little baby. Oh, you're so cute. That's what he doing out here. Got the fans interacting with him, rocking the baby. They wasn't doing that with the Lakers. They was hating, biting their nails every time he shoot the three. He went 5 for 5 tonight. 5 for 5. The second only player on the Clippers team to shoot from the three without missing. Without missing. Was he doing that in LA with the Lakers? Nah. Why? Because he didn't have that. He ain't had that good energy. He ain't had that feel from them. He go to an organization where they love him. They need that Hall of Famer point guard, and that's Russell Westbrook. Y'all want to hate on him. Now y'all want to ride his tail. Get out of here. Get out of here. We see y'all in the playoffs. Tell me if y'all see the Lakers in there too. We're out of here, Russ. We're going up. We going up. You know, we not worrying about that anymore. We ain't fighting in a play-in anymore. No shade. No shade. But I'm just saying, you know, Russ is doing this thing. Old teammate Pat Bev thought you was going to come to Chicago and beat them like y'all did the Lakers. Get out of here. Russ said no. Russ said you're too little and he gonna rock you to sleep. You're too little, he gonna rock you to sleep. Too little, he gonna rock you to sleep. All right, y'all, let me stop. I'm getting carried away because that was just such a good game tonight. But you guys already know what I need you to do. I need you guys to subscribe to the podcast on YouTube. Please and thank you. Please get me to that 100 subscribers. I'm trying to get back into it where I could get my viewers and have y'all attentive at all times so you guys won't forget about me when I go, you know, if I go on a little poop poop. So please, guys, get me to that 100 subscribers. I greatly appreciate it. I'm here to give you guys this good lit sports information. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you guys have a good night. I'm your host, yours truly, MK, and I'm out this thing.